fellow bookish people, how's it going? Today we're gonna do a vlog, a little bit more informal, although I do have some notes, about one of the books that I have in progress, and that is Diary of a Demon. I don't talk about it as much for various reasons around here, mostly because I'm super hyped about the Puss in Boots one that I'm working on, but Diary of a Demon is another one of my recent works that is going through the beta process and also going through the critique partner process, so that's fun. And it would be soul crushing, but my soul is made of titanium, so it cannot be crushed. And Jane is here to be snuggle butt. So we're going to talk about Diary of a Demon. I'll give you a little overview of Diary of a Demon. It is about a young man named Anders. He is 17, and Anders, unfortunately, his father promised Anders' soul to the devil when Anders turned 17, and guess what? The devil came collecting, and he took Anders to hell to make him into a demon, but divine intervention, things happened which allowed Anders to keep his soul, but he's still in a demon form and he's wandering around this place called the Demonscape. He has to free himself if he ever wants to go back to his normal life, and to do that he's going to need to destroy the devil's ledger of souls where his name is written down. Along the way he's going to meet interesting characters like a boogeyman and an old lady who is really sassy and amazing, and Anders is really gonna find out a lot about himself, and really it's a journey of self-exploration for Anders, and Jane is doing a journey of trying to claw me, because he doesn't want people to think he is too snuggly. He is a vicious, fearsome beast who should not claw me in the chest. Sit quietly. He's mad because I'm in his chair. Nothing new. So the first thing about Diary of a Demon is that it is pretty different from anything that I have written previously, or since for that matter. It is in first person, and most of my books are in third person. It is starring a male character, and most of my books star female characters, and it is really a lot more focused on the themes and ideas and Anders' character than some of my other books are. I do a lot of books that have great characters, but they're also really about the story, and Diary of a Demon is definitely about the story. There's a story going on, but I'm trying to do a lot more with themes and ideas in this one than I normally do. Like, I have a lot of themes that I explore in my books, but usually to a smaller scale than I'm trying with Diary of a Demon. As a result, I often feel like I'm not doing a very good job, and that this might not be my favorite of my books that I have written. It also feels the roughest and the least finished, and it is definitely the one where I look at Diary of a Demon and it makes my brain lock up a little bit, because it's like, I know it needs to be fixed somehow, but my brain doesn't really know how, which is what critique partners and betas are for. That's great. But even still, it still gives me a little bit of trepidation every time I look at it. It's like if you've made a beautiful painting, but there's just something a little bit still off about it, and you know you could fix it, but you're really not sure what that thing is or how to go about it. Something I'm really working with in this story is Anders' character as a teenage boy, and I'm really interested in realistic reactions and a realistic character in Anders. And I know a lot of heroes of YA books especially can be kind of over-the-top good people. And I'm really always interested in writing very realistic characters and realistic actions, realistic violence. How would these things actually happen in real life? Even if it's a fantasy book, I want my characters to be realistic. I want my scenarios to be realistic. So I was really interested with Anders in exploring the psyche of a 17-year-old boy who is in this horrible circumstance that he has no basis for how to deal with. He was sheltered, he was, nerdy, so he didn't have a ton of friends, but he was kind of, not necessarily the ringleader among his small group of friends, but definitely well liked among his small group of friends, and so he is coming from a world where he has not had a lot of hardship, and he's going into a situation that he has absolutely no way to mentally prepare himself for. And he is getting powers that he has never considered having before, and what would a teenage boy do or any teenager really, what would a teenager do with these powers, and would they use them potentially for things that are bad? Or would be even considered evil. And I really am trying to explore how far you can stretch the line, especially in YA books. This is something that I especially notice in YA books. What heroes in YA books are allowed to do, how gray they're allowed to be. One of the things that I may or may not keep in the book is an exploration of Anders as a hero character, and he has to kill someone. And he has already defeated that someone in battle. It was a long, you know, drawn-out battle, and that person was definitely trying to kill Anders, and that person definitely would kill Anders if he was unarmed. But in the end, Anders disarms this person, and then Anders has to kill that person to continue in his journey. It's not like he just has to kill him because he hates him. To continue in his journey, Anders has to kill this person who is now unarmed, and Anders does. And I don't know if I'm going to keep that part in because I feel like maybe this is pushing it too far, because I want people to be able to like Anders enough to keep reading. And I'm coming to realize that especially in YA, there are certain things that heroes are not allowed to do. And one of them is kill an unarmed person for whatever reason. Heroes are allowed to kill people, but the hero must be in a fight where the hero is at a disadvantage, where the hero is saving somebody else, where the bad guy was about to do something underhanded and dirty, and so the hero was forced to kill him. That's not realistic. That's not necessarily how real life works and how real reactions are, but that is what we expect from a young adult book and a young adult hero, and so I'm really sort of torn about that, and about there's some actions that Anders takes that are kind of despicable in this book that aren't related to this, and I think those are definitely going to stay in because there's a lot of exploration of gender biases and how Anders views women, which is really interesting thing to explore, but we're not talking about that right now. A lot of what I'm interested to explore in this book is the dynamic of what a hero is allowed to do and still be a hero and still be a likable character in a young adult book. But I feel like I'm not doing a great job, and I'm definitely not an expert at it. It's just ideas that I want to get across with this story. So that's where my frustration is at right now, and I figured I would share that with you guys, like, just, you know, 'cause. And even after you've written something, and even after you've edited it a couple times, and you're putting it through the beta process, you can still look at it and be like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I know what I want, and I don't know how to get there. But that's okay, I'm gonna try. And that's all I can really do with Diary of a Demon, is try to get it right, try to hit that sweet spot with Anders as a likable enough character that you will forgive some of the shady stuff that he does because he is a real teenage boy who's suddenly given powers. He's not a bad person fundamentally, but mistakes are made. And some people have a larger problem with these mistakes than other people do. So how about you guys? What are you reading right now? What are you writing right now? Are you having any trouble with your book right now, like I am, where you feel like you know what you want to say, but you don't feel like you necessarily said it properly yet? Where are you in your writing process? Comment below, let me know, or link me to a vlog that you've done about your book, because I really do like listening to people just vlog about the books that they're writing. It's really fascinating. And Jane and I will see you all again next time for whatever it is that we are doing next time. He's finally comfortable and I'm gonna have to stand up to turn off the camera. Oh well. Bye! He just goes boneless. He's just it's not helpful.